Hey everyone! Welcome back. I am back today with more Haikyu, you guys. Last time was really good. It feels like we're setting up for like a whole new little arc, which I'm really excited about. I will briefly get into any lingering thoughts I had on the previous episode that I didn't get to cover in my outro. Before I do all that, I do just want to say if you're joining me early today, you know just what that means. It means you are one of my awesome patrons. Thank you so very much. And as always, I am sending up those big old hugs right through that screen. And if not, still thank you for joining me today. I'm glad you're here. I do hope you'll consider supporting me that way. The link to my Patreon is going to be in that description down below. If you're joining me on those YouTubes, I really hope you'll hit like and subscribe for me. It does help me and my channel a whole lot. So thank you in advance for that. Yeah, guys, so we are kicking off kind of like what feels like a different little arc, you know, like we wrapped up the game. In the last one, we wrapped up our little, like, it wasn't even a practice game. It was like a preliminary, do you belong on the team kind of game. And I'm really proud of our two main guys that we've been following, Kageyama and Hinata. They're both making some amazing strides. And, you know, Kageyama, I'm really starting to be able to see more of his, like, actual personality now. And I'm really impressed by, like, how he's trying to, like, change and humble himself and really, like, you know, make an effort here to be, like, part of this team and to do his best and to, you know, like he truly doesn't want a repeat of what happened to him last time. Hinata is doing awesome. Of course, he's not doing the greatest right now with this whole, like, we're facing often a real match and it's and there's a lot riding on him and, you know, it's everything could fail if he's not this good decoy and blah, blah, blah. I really do like the plan too. I think that's cool. And I'm learning a lot just by watching about, like, okay, how we use different players, what the different positions mean and everything like that. So I'm hoping, like, by the end of this, like, how long is this? Like how long is this? How many seasons? I can't remember. But, like, I'm really hoping I'll just be, like, a volleyball expert by the time I'm done with this. And I think that would be really cool because I know nothing about sports. I know wrestling and that's it. And I know a lot of people, like, are like, well, but wrestling's I do love wrestling. I do love it. I know it doesn't work exactly like other sports, but that's kind of what I love about it. But this is exactly what I love about wrestling right here. Is it, like, yes, it's a sport, but, like, we're also getting a lot of, like, story with it. So it's perfect. It's perfect blend. But yeah, so I know a lot is riding on Hinata, and I know that's a huge thing to put on him on, like, his very, very, very first thing ever. Because, you know, he didn't have matches. He didn't, like, everyone else is coming from an area of, like, great advantage over him in terms of, like, being just experienced, you know? There's really nothing like experience, good or bad, just knowing, like, what this looks like. Like, I don't know about anyone else, but, like, for me, just knowing, like, where, like, what it looks like when I get there, you know what I mean? Like, what this is going to possibly be like, that relieves so much of my anxiety when I'm about to go do something, even like a big important event. But, like, if you just never had any, I mean, to have that one match, but this is just, like, totally different, you know? Like, I totally get it because this is his first match with this team and everything. And there's a lot, like, they have a strategy that depends a lot on his involvement and him being able to, like, follow through. And that's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure. It would be a lot of pressure even if he was experienced. But, like, yeah. And he's, you know what? It's all coming up on him, you guys. Literally. It's all coming up all over Tanaka. So, so that's going to be interesting. But I'm really excited to see. I'm excited to get to meet this other team. And we know that some of Kageyama's old teammates are going to be on this team. And they're a really good team, apparently. And so I'm just really excited to get into it and meet everyone and kind of further world build on this series. So without further ado, what do you say we go ahead and we jump right into the next episode of Haikyu? Let's do this. And we have, okay, yeah, that's what I was guessing. Straight up no pants. Yep, we're just gonna shorts it for now. Yeah. Low motion sickness, yeah. Tanaka's taking this well. Don't ixnay on Usher. Don't. He's got nervous tummy. So they're still like a little at odds. Kindaichi, is that the person? He wasn't at that time, but I feel like that I remember this guy the most being like, we're not dealing with you. Huh, that is their manager. I feel like multiple people have made a big deal of that. I mean, she's super cute. Sorry, were you talking about my precious Tanaka? Oh, we're gonna get to use some of that intimidation against another team. Now it doesn't feel so bad. Yeah, we should do all our bullying with the ball. Their poor captain! Oh, he's just trying to wrangle all these kids. He no-sold it. He no-sold it. He knows, but you know what? Because I feel like trying to get in their face and everything, they would have been like, oh, here he comes, Mr. King. He was just like, whatever. I think that was a good approach, actually. No big deal, no pressure. He's gone. He's in the bathroom. He's in the bathroom. He sent his tummy over the edge. Yep. Yeah. Poor baby. Why are you going with it? Is he trying to like fake them out, maybe? Oh no, he means it. Okay. His toss is great. That's not how he operates anymore. He's grown. Have you grown? Because it doesn't seem like it. Mr. Turnip! Oh, more pressure, more pressure. However, he's also trying to learn to be a team player too, and that means supporting your teammates, even when they make mistakes. However, he might just discard, like he's grown, but I don't know if he's grown that much. Hey, can you be comforting real quick? I'm counting on you is not helping. Made it worse, made it worse, made it worse. Yep, the final blow. Oh boy. All right, everything's gonna be good, you guys. Hinata, honey, take a deep breath. Honey, you gotta get your head in the game, my love. He's trying so hard. He's not trying to be nervous, you guys. This is all just so much. I like his anxiety is giving me anxiety now. Okay, all right, okay. Yeah. He's freaking out. Kageyama, instead of getting mad, what can you do? What can you say to him? You have a great influence on your fellow players. Is there something that we can do to... Okay, he freaked out. He freaked out. All right, sweetie. Oh, don't psych yourself out. Yeah, that's right. Everything's good. Take a deep breath. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. That's not good. I mean, if you were worried about getting discarded before you hit his head. Okay. You know what? His nerves are really getting the better of him. In a way, I appreciate that this is showing, like, how things can go really, and it's not just like, oh, but because of the plot, we're gonna pull it out at the end, you know, like, no, he really is messing up, and it's a very realistic thing. All right, guys, you're not helping. You're not helping. Maybe he's gonna be encouraging to him. Maybe he's gonna say, maybe he's gonna look him in the eyes and be like, you can do this. I respect you. Or he's gonna kill him. I don't know. One or the other. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. Oh, so now you're... So now you're good! Now you're good. You got it out of the way. The worst has already happened. Oh. That's now he's coming back. Now he's like, you know what? Why am I scared? Exactly. This is practice at the end of the day, you guys. Way to be encouraging. Yeah, you don't need to be scared. That's why the rest of us, we planned this. Aww. Aww. They got your bag. You know what? This is all for just for the senpai, but maybe he'll, you know what? You better hope it's not your head that's getting in the way one day. Okay. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. This is what they practice. Get it. Come on, do it. Just do it. Oh! Ah! No! Oh! No, I thought for sure. Was it? Look at him humbling himself. Wow. He's like, do not push it. Okay. Wow. They're working together really well. Okay. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Okay. Oh, you can do this. Look at you. So much team spirit. Okay. All right. This is good in a way, too, because he knows, like, what the other players are made of. He was, like, their leader, you know? And some tells me, like, they probably came into this thinking that they were hot stuff and didn't need to, you know, didn't need to go out of their way. Right, yeah, like you gotta give it your all. Now you know. Ow, another, you know, his face is gonna be like rearranged by the time this season's over. Oh! Ah! That's just, you know, in a way, like, he was kind of trying to do everything by himself, too, because that's all he ever knew. Coach knows. No, it's the Kageyama's coordinating with him. He's planning for him. Yeah. Coach can tell. And they're going to be like, that doesn't sound like Kageyama. Well, no, it doesn't, because he's grown. He's trying so hard. Yeah. How is that going to make him feel as someone who didn't have that with Kageyama? Yeah. Well, they didn't. Yeah, he learned that from... I thought he couldn't get in. He was invited? He learned that from his experience with... That's a good point. The people around you can really shape you, you know? He wouldn't have gotten that with them. That's a really good point. That's not exactly... like, that's a compliment. Interesting. It changes the whole kind of landscape. Ah. Okay, guys. All right. Oh, he saw you gloating. He saw you gloating. Big mistake. He's not looking. I love that. Ah, they were prepared. They were prepared. They are, but they make it work. They make their odd work. That's not one of their strengths. That I was gonna say, I wonder if they've got an ace up their sleeve. Like how, oh, girls are screaming and everything. What's going on here? Oh, let me guess. He's like their star. What do they say? Server or setter? Hang on. Their setter. Their setter. Yeah, because the setter's the one that like sets it up and everything. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. And that's why they did this with the ease that they, well, not ease, because they worked really hard, but so this person is actually like some star setter. Like he walked in the room and girls started screaming and like, that's not good. So they were saving him as like their ace in the hole, basically. Oh, guys, that was really good. I gotta tell you, I love the way that they approach things here because I feel like it would be so easy to really make this very predictable and like, oh, he's nervous, but he's gonna come through and like, and it's not that that's not what happened. Like he did come through and he did calm down eventually, but it's done very realistically. I gotta say, like now that I'm actually getting to see like a little bit more of the style, I can really say that the way they do it, I don't want to say like they're trying to subvert like expectations or something, but like it's done much more realistically. Like you are gonna get in there, you are gonna mess up. It's okay to mess up. They knew you were gonna mess up when they put you in this position. That's why you have a whole team backing you up. You know, we wouldn't put you in this position if we didn't think you could do it, and if we didn't think that the people covering you could cover you properly. You know, I also love Kageyama being like half scary, half supportive of being like, the scariest thing you could ever do is hit me in the head, right? So you should be over being scared now. But I like how it was kind of like a team effort to make. It wasn't any one person's words. It was just kind of like the collaborative team effort to make him calm down. Guys, that was so good. I really enjoyed that. Again, I'll just say that I really appreciate the way that they do this, because it would have been so easy to have him like get out there, be really, really intimidated, and then like something kicks in and he just starts like going in. You know what I mean? Like, but I thought the way they did it, they actually did it was very realistic. And it was like, okay, well, when you get out there for the first time, of course you're going to be like all nerves and all thumbs and not doing stuff right. And, you know, messing stuff up. And I love the message that like you're expected to mess up. Like you're at the level you're supposed to be. You're at the level that people are expecting of you. And although they did place a big responsibility on him, everyone on that team was aware of his background, where he's coming from. And like, if there's one thing we've learned, it's like to kind of play to each other. You know what I mean? They knew where he was coming from. They knew he was going to be, you know, a little bit green and making mistakes and everything. And that's why you have people to back you up, you know? And it's also interesting to me the way that they kind of like shift around the team as the game goes on. And so you get like different combinations, and depending on the different combinations, like you can have a totally different experience. You can have a totally different, you know, kind of advantage, or yeah, I guess maybe disadvantage too. But like in this case, like they created this big like blocking like that was on par with the other team and everything when we got to Tsukishima and Kageyama. And it's funny to me how like Tsukishima has such a chip on his shoulder, but not in the way that Kageyama does. And I said this before, that like I kind of thought that's what they were building up for Kageyama, and I can see now that he's a little bit different. He's earnest and salty, but he's not like Tsukishima is with just like his complete like But I will tell you, it was really fun to see Tsukishima do that to another team. It sucked when he was like trying to be intimidating to us and trying to pull, but man, seeing him do that to some people I didn't like was like, yeah, that's our guy right there. What do you think? Oh man. And yeah, for Turnip Guy, I can't remember his name, but for Turnip Guy to be witnessing firsthand just how much Kageyama has changed, it's got to be a little bit bittersweet, because honestly, like, in a situation like that, you're probably thinking like, it's too bad he couldn't have done that on our team, you know, but at the same time, also kind of like, you know, watch yourself, like watch your mouth a little bit, because he has changed. And I love that the coach was able to recognize that, and also that it's not, yes, he did put forth the effort and everything, like absolutely it's on him, but at the same time, like you are so influenced by the people around you, and it's, I feel like a big major point of the show is that like you are shaped by the people you're on a team with. And you know, being in the environment that he's in, he was able to find that about himself, that like this is what he needs to do in order to be a better player. He needs to be able to be a better teammate to the people around him. It's a very interesting thing that like depending on where he was, he would have had a very different experience and a very different growth or lack thereof. Or just maybe even a different timetable. I don't know. Because, like, eventually I think you learn, like, yeah, you have to get along with others. But, yeah. It was a very interesting note, too. Like, it really puts a lot of weight on the team effort and everything. And, again, I feel like that's a big focus of the show, is that they all need each other in this. I also like how they highlighted that Hinata also doesn't really know how to play on a team. Like not just that he doesn't know how to play on a team, but like he's used to trying to do everything himself because he was like a team of one, you know? So it's different than what Kageyama went through, because Kageyama kind of got frustrated with people around him, whereas, you know, Hinata is coming at it from like, he literally just doesn't know how to do anything except be on his own. But now he has a team backing him up. And so it's like, it's good. You can rely on your team. Don't insult your team by thinking that you have to do it all on your own. You know, like we're all here to cover you and to back you up and everything. So it's really interesting. I'm learning a lot, you guys. I'm learning a lot. I'm having fun. And I can't wait to see where this is all heading because, yeah, now we've got this star setter who just came in. It's funny because, like, when we first started, I'm like, I don't know if they really have a chance of, like, winning. But, like, I think they'll learn a lot. And that'll be useful to them. Like, it is a practice match after all, you know? I know there's still like some stakes involved, especially when it comes to like sizing up the other players and everything. It's like you don't want to be the loser and everything. I get that, but yeah, I knew when they were saying like, yeah, we really gave them a run for their money and everything. I'm like, ooh, it ain't over yet. So yeah, so now we get to face off against. So this should be interesting for a couple of reasons. First of all, because I'm guessing this person is probably in the position that Kageyama would have been, or at least would have been like vying for, if he had gotten on the other team. And the other thing is they mentioned that like they invited him, but I thought, is it that they invited him, but he just didn't get into the school, or like, how does that work? Cause I don't know anything about how this works, like even in my own country, but I definitely don't know how it works in Japan. So was that like a reveal that like, oh, actually he would have gotten, he chose, it didn't sound like he wanted to go to Karasuno, like that was like his second choice. But is that not the case? Or like, if somebody could just clarify that for me, that would be great. Because when they say they invited him, like I thought he said he couldn't get on the team. But, or was this the one he was trying, is this the one he was trying to get into? I forget. So just, if somebody can just clear that up for me in the comments, that would be amazing. But yeah, so anyway, it's interesting to see like, okay. I can't wait to see what's going to happen next. Honestly, I'm very invested now, and I'm so much more invested than I ever thought I was going to be in like a sports anime. like I said, they're doing a really good job of telling this story. Honestly, it's all on the way that they're telling it, because I think it'd be so easy to make, like I've seen like, you know, I've seen, or at least seen clips of like sports movies where it's like, okay, you get the it's a trope, you know, it's like a formula. And don't get me wrong, I love tropes, I love formulas. I don't think they're necessarily a bad thing. If you like the trope, you like the trope. And sometimes it can be good. But, you know, the trope of like, oh, we're going to get in there and we're going to like, you know, you're just going to maybe start to falter a little bit and then you're going to just start doing great and everything. I also like that they showed Kageyama being very humble and being like, I'm sorry, that was my bad. I didn't do that precisely. Like, that's a big deal. It's the little things, you know? Those are big victories for his character. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up now. This is the most I've ever talked about any sport in my whole life. And it feels good, honestly. It feels good. But again, total credit on the way that they do this show, because it could be about literally anything, and the way that they're doing the storytelling really pulls you in. And that's what you guys told me, so I'm like, cool, we're gonna be good. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed watching along with me. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. Please be sure to join me next time. I can't wait to see what's going on with this whole new setter thing, star setter that girlies are screaming over. What is happening? So please be sure to join me next time, and we will watch it together. Bye for now, guys.